Hello and welcome to Questing Out Loud. Today we are going to be continuing our adventure from last week, but before we get there, just a really, I guess, one small brief announcement, or well, two. Firstly, we will be down a person today. We are missing our paladin friend. Secondly, feel free to check out Crit Day Chaos on Twitch and YouTube. That's CritDechaos. I had to think about it for a second, I almost fucked up. That is where you'll see me playing in one game and DMing another as well. But in the meantime, I will be here DMing this cluster of wonderful individuals. So last time we met, we had a rather short session, but it was an introductory session that is post-Strahd, where we found our traveling group of would-be heroes sent back to Jikran, a homebrew world from which they came, in the middle of a forest. As they traveled, night fell and they began setting up camp. The wizard cast a Liamon's tiny hut. 3 of the individuals did their watch proper, the wizard being last to do so. However, he chose to go to sleep instead. Upon waking up, our wizard was first awake as he was last to really fall asleep again, so he was kind of in a bit of a lighter sleep. As he's going about getting his things together and readying for the morning, looking in the spell book, kind of pacing with his nose down in his book, he looks up to realize that there are 2 large, glowing orbs of eyes looking back at him. And it's at that moment that the shield of the Liamon's tiny hut drops. What would you like to do? You're currently standing about 30 feet from this thing. You hear a deep, rumbly breath in a steady pattern. And you smell the stench of decay with each hot wave of air that gusts past you from each breath.
I would begin to turn around and create distance in a full sprint as I just yell.
Okay. I just want to see what kind of saving throw you need to make real quick.
Dog on the couch, what are you doing?
What the dog doing?
We have an audience, or I think he wants a Cheez-It.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw if you would, please.
That's gonna be a whopping 19.
That is unfortunately going to fail. As you go to turn, you get like mid-step and your mouth opens just as your body freezes in place, and you hear in your head, "I don't mean you any harm. I'm merely curious what 4 small individuals are doing in my forest. So, what are you doing?" As you feel the spell drop off of you as it's released.
I'm keeping eye contact with this creature. What do the eyes look like exactly again?
They are large, yellow. I mean, like, it would basically be the eye. One eye itself would be large enough for you to sit in if it was a bubble. So they are massive. And you see around them just what looks like a kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Tarnished green color of scales. As you see, there's just a kind of greenish mist that surrounds it as well, hiding and obscuring the actual figure.
We are lost. We sort of just got done with a little bit of an away trip, and we are unaware of where we are, sir?
Well, you find yourselves in the middle of Nathandrul Forest, what was once my home long before, or this valley behind me was suffused with decay. But you say you got done with an away trip. Are you adventurers?
I would say yes. Yes, we are absolutely adventurers. I mean, we're sort of a little aimless as of the moment. Our adventure has concluded, but I mean, we're looking to sort of see where to go next, I guess.
Then let me give you direction. I have a quest for you. As you see the eyes shift and kind of move upward, and you see a large claw step out from the mist as it disperses around a large dragon.
I dap him up. I dap him up.
You dap him up?
No, absolutely not.
I want you to make a nature or arcana check.
We'll go Arcana with a 15.
Okay. Most individuals who have heard of dragons would assume that this would just be a normal green dragon. But as you look at him, you can see odd bits of rot and decay within his flesh. You're not sure why or how. And you swear you almost see flecks of metal throughout the tarnished green look itself. You're not quite sure really what dragon this would be, what type, but you want to say green just off its look, but it doesn't seem quite right to call it that. As he emerges from the greenish smoke, forgot I had neighbors again. You do find yourself standing not but 10 or so feet from him as he lowers his head to be above you a bit, and he... I was once a proud dragon struck low by a betrayal. I would task you to find this betrayer, as I cannot leave this valley, and lay him low.
I cannot accept this by myself. You see, we are a part of a group. So if you could excuse me while I awaken my fellow adventurers, my party.
Of course, I expect nothing less. This would be a group task, as it were.
Of course. I'm going to go to Jackrabbit first. I'm gonna shake you. Gonna give you a good enough shake to wake you up. Hey, wake up.
Before she kind of turns over, you see her put her mask back on, and she'll. Fuck it. We'll say she sleeps with the mask on.
Fuck it, mask on.
She's gonna turn over, kind of fixing her face, and she'll look up at you. You can only assume it is an annoyed look. Fuck do you want?
Hey, so I'm gonna need you to not panic, all right? But if you look just a little bit to your right over there.
I assume you look.
Yeah, she's gonna slowly turn and look to the right.
You see, sitting about 20 feet from the camp, just a large dragon with a greenish, tarnished kind of color look.
Gonna slowly turn back and look at Emrys.
I got it all under control. Don't worry. Now, friend. He just he wants to talk to us as a group. So yeah, I'm gonna go wake up everyone else. Just friendly. Don't panic.
It's a fucking dragon.
No.
What do you mean? Don't fucking panic. Why are you calm?
I was just on lookout duty. I just saw this coming. I just figured I'd intercept the threat. Nah, the situation's already resolved.
Make a deception.
I'll make insight, I guess.
That's a 5.
With a 5, you don't really need. I mean, your passive insight will pass that enough without trying to foresee his luck. As I was gonna say, you get the sense that he wasn't really trying to intercept, much less was he on watch.
You weren't on launch, were you?
Hey, don't worry about it.
You're full of shit. She's gonna sigh. She's gonna get up. She's just gonna walk over to the dragon. She's kind of doing this weird hop on one foot. She's lacing up a boot. Who are you?
I was wondering if anyone was going to ask my name or not. My name is Njálhé Dolnir. I written down.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
I can't even say that once. I'm gonna call you Nair, if that's okay. Because I feel like it'd be disrespectful if I said your name wrong.
You already did. It's Njál. Njálhé Dolnir.
It's nice to meet you.
Njál is fine. And who might I be meeting?
Jack Rabbit.
You see the eyes kind of just doing up and down like, it's an odd name for one of your race.
Shush.
Is there something wrong?
I keep my identity a secret.
Fair enough. I shall keep your secret then. Now, as you go to wake up Serig and your paladin friend, whose name I forget in game because we are still new at this campaign, and he is not here today.
Dorian.
David.
Dorian? That's right.
Not David.
Fucking David. Yeah, Dorian, I believe, is right. As you go wake up Serig and Dorian kind of just rolls over and more or less says, I'm fine with whatever the group decides, I guess, and y'all can just go talk to him. I'll tend to my armor and weapons. As you go wake up Serig.
I'm gonna shake you enough to, wake you, and be like, so the situation, dragon.
Then my tone and face gets serious, and it's like, you just say dragon?
Yeah, but it's all cool. It's all right.
Dragon ain't cool.
No. This one is.
What? And I asked what kind of dragon it is.
I believe it is a green dragon, but I'm unsure. However, he does wish our presence to have a conversation. He has a request.
Oh, I'll give him a conversation, all right.
No, not
I'll
like
give him a
that.
conversation. You
Not
don't trust
like
dragons. You don't trust dragons.
We don't have to trust him, but we can
Kill him.
hear him out. There's no need for violence per se.
I want to try and paint his nails while they're having this conversation, so when he looks over, I'm painting dragon's nails. I want to ask for permission.
Okay, so you ask permission to paint the dragon's nails.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
I have burgundy.
That's an 18.
Okay, what color are you offering?
I want to ask what his favorite color is.
If it's green, I'll
That's
swear.
kind.
I'll say green.
I would say it's not green, right? I mean, it's like...
Like I said, you don't trust dragons. You don't trust what they say.
Sandy brown would be my favorite color.
Oh, what kind of brown?
Sandy.
I feel like that they would be. It would not. She would not magically have the exact brown, but she'll pull out like kind of a caramel brown. I have this one. Is this close enough?
Make a secondary persuasion check.
Fuck.
What'd you get total?
She has a chestnut brown.
11. I mean, I'm sure I can like kind of lighten it if I dilute it with a bit of water.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I will pass. But do you look over in the direction?
I'll look over in direction,
Alright,
and
make a nature check first.
D20.
Yes.
You see her trying to persuade him.
That's incredible.
How do you roll?
A 1. And a 4.
Those are pretty dice. I'm sorry.
Plus 5, so 9.
You can definitely tell, given your backstory, that this isn't really a green dragon, but you're also kind of pissed off because there's a fucking dragon, so you're not really thinking much about it.
We'll hear them out and see where this goes. But if I get the slightest chance of a hostility, I'm making a new pair of boots out of them.
Okay.
So you walk back over.
Walk back over.
As you approach the dragon, you hear in all of your heads, this whole time he hasn't been talking with his mouth. You've heard him speaking in your heads. But you hear all of you. So I take it this is everybody, minus your paladin friend who seems to want to be on his own and tend to his sword.
Yes. This is us.
Well met, everyone. As I informed Jackrabbit here, my name is Neilhaildonir.
That's a mouthful.
Neilhaildonir. What may I have the pleasure of addressing the other two of you as?
Yes, sorry, I did not properly introduce myself. My name's Imrus.
Imrus, well met. And you, my friend?
You can't call me friend, but my name is Sarah.
Well, why not?
Because how am I supposed to know you're not one of the kind that destroyed my village?
Which would that be?
A green dragon.
I assure you, I am no green dragon. My appearance may dissuade you, but I speak to you from a piece within me controlling this body. This body is one of rotten decay, for I was laid low and killed. But through magic of the dragons, I was able to maintain control over this form, though it's slowing its rotten decay. Its copper scales have tinged with time.
Damn. So you're already dead?
That would be the case.
Someone got lucky.
Let's not be rude to our new friend.
Like I said, I'll hear him out. What do you want?
For you to kill the one who did this to me. One of my kin betrayed me. One of my cousins were it. A green dragon by the name of Drente Shar. Sarah, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
+1, so 6.
Alright, 6. At the name of Drente Shar and mention of Green Dragon, you're suddenly flashed back to your village. Quiet morning, as you're... Well, what would be a normal activity for you in your village before becoming an adventurer?
Probably enjoying nature with my wife, playing the flute, and while she dances.
As you're having this flashback, you and your wife are having a picnic after having eaten some and filling your bellies. You're playing the flute while your wife dances nearby with your children. Before you hear creaking in the woods. So you turn and look. It's one of your long lifetime friends just coming through, and he hails you. Good day, Sarah. Are you having a merry evening, I take it?
Of course. Of course. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm just on our way back from a hunt. We seem to have gathered a couple of small things. As you see, two of his boys walking past with a deer tied over, basically hog tied over a pole, walking back towards camp.
Look like you got a good hunt, a good catch.
It's been fruitful this day. But you and the missus should join us this evening. It seems like we'll have plenty of meat. Bring the children.
We would like that.
Alright, well, we'll see you in a few hours then.
See you then, friend.
As he makes his way off, you continue playing the flute. And the evening goes on nicely. You pack up your picnic and head home. After heading home, gathering your children themselves and heading back off to your friend's house. You knock on the door, and as he opens, he says, Sarah, nice to see you. Your friend here, Nathaniel Hollandier, has already has the deer dressed, and you see much of the meat already cut into strips and grilling over a open fire. But you see drinks ready, the table set, and you enter and begin having an evening of merriment and companionship with your friends or family. As partway through the evening, you hear a sudden scream from outside. As you open the door, rushing out to see what the commotion is about, you see twisted, gnarled creatures that seem to be made of wood and leaves and stray refuse from the underbrush attacking villagers, and you hear a deep roar over your village. You snap back into the moment here with your friends after the Strahd incident.
What can you tell me about your enemy, your kin?
Drinte Shah lies somewhere far to the south. I don't know where he is at this moment exactly, because I unfortunately am withheld to this valley.
And which one of these ways is south? They all look the same.
It would be off in that direction. He points. If you remember, you're headed in kind of a northwest direction last time. How'd that feel?
That hurt.
Yeah, there's a table there, bud.
Yeah, there is.
Not gonna lie, when he asked that, I was about to do the whole Cheshire Cat that way. Just pointing this direction, then pointing that direction.
But he points off. If you're traveling, if you think of yourself as facing northwest, he points off to what would be your hard right, basically. And points off in the distance, saying, "Less I knew, he was far to the south, and had gone into one of the forests there. For what purpose, I can only guess. I don't really know what he seeks as of current, but he told of one of our kind's weaknesses to those hunting our kind, in order to lay low those who would stop him of our kind."
And and what are we getting in return for doing this for you?
Our services ain't free.
Of course not. I don't expect you to do it for free. I would give up my Corverum for the lot of you.
I want to ride the dragon.
Is that an option? Because that would be great.
I start looking at them both hard, like,
Wizard, I want you to roll a Arcana check to see if you know what Corverum is.
Right. 18.
Okay. To you,
Hey Alexa, what's a Corverum?
you don't know.
She's just smiling.
For you who has to ride the dragon, she, Theodonia says, that could be an option as well, or a piece of it, I suppose. You get the sense that he's kind of not happy about the idea, because he was a proud and mighty beast at one point, but also prefers this favor done at probably just about any means. 18 to know what Corverum is.
Yes.
You can roll a nature check if you want.
17.
You have anything plus on nature?
Nope.
Why do I keep thinking of you as a ranger type? I know you're not, but that's what my brain says.
Yeah.
So 17 and 18, you're going to get the same information, more or less. A Corverum is a dragon's true, almost heart of hearts that rests deep within them, beneath their many organs in their chest. You know that it can be a great source of power as a magical artifact. It can be a great source of knowledge as well, as a dragon's consciousness can choose to remain within or pass on to the realm beyond. That being said, you also know that any dragon who chooses to give it up leaves their body behind forever.
I didn't roll a nature check. I don't know this.
Well, I studied enough about dragons that I understand that.
So, if you don't mind me asking, were there any others that betrayed you, or was it just him?
The only one I know of was him. He took the form of a human and gave that information out freely to those who were seeking to kill dragons for glory.
And who's seeking to kill you, you dragons?
Oh, this was a couple millennia ago at this point, but they sought us for glory, as killing such a mighty beast seemed a great honor to them. Many of the dragons of this continent, at the very least in this world, upon being hunted, decided to leave. Some stayed. I, at the time, had a family growing here, and we could not make the flight, so we stayed.
Why revenge now? Why not sooner?
I can't leave, and people don't come here often. Beyond that, I've never had a word or whiff of where he's been until recently.
Could you give us a moment?
Of course.
All right. So, Dorian will do whatever we decide. So, what are we thinking?
I still have no idea what that thing is.
The heart, the in parentheses, in like quotation marks on my fingers, the soul almost of the dragon. It's something that they hold very dear to them.
How much does it cost?
What's it worth?
It's worth a lot of knowledge, and I believe that it would be. You know what? For the right buy, right by that.
I'm about to say, I'm start making my fingers like saying how much, like, you know what I'm saying?
I do not know exactly, but it is very valuable. So it would probably be worth a lot.
So say that he gives us this, and his body's still here. Could I use his skills and everything for armor?
Well, I believe that whenever a dragon chooses to pass on their, they essentially are leaving their body. So I imagine it would have no use for its body.
I imagine not.
Now I feel kind of bad.
Well, family is a fickle thing. If this is how it's choosing to spend its last moments, then it must be important to it. It
Better be with his family than they are suffering.
This is the choice it's making.
She'll look back over at him. She'll look back at you. Is there nothing we can do to help him?
We can end his suffering.
No.
Yeah, but think about this, right?
Like, help him live longer. Save him?
2 dragons. And just have to fight 1.
Interesting.
What?
2 dragons are dead. And we only have to fight 1. And morally, I'm feeling like we should help this person. And I don't support the whole revenge thing, but
I start smiling. I'm like, I kind of like where this is going.
That's kind of the only reason why I'm agreeing to it.
yeah.
Keep in mind, his body is already technically dead. And another piece of information, when I say that his knowledge would be in it, his whole consciousness would be within the Corvero.
I say we'll see where it goes.
Wait, if his whole consciousness is in the Corverum, can't we give him another body?
I'm so not giving up my body for him.
That's not what I mean.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, time to go through my mad scientist arc. Time to implement a dragon body into another body.
I mean, a life for a life.
I do not know.
Hear me out. Couldn't we just put his I have no idea how this works, mind you. Can we put his heart inside the green dragon?
Would I have any idea if this is a viable thing?
With the 18 you got, you do not know.
Right, that's what I figured. I mean, we could just shove it in the dead corpse. I mean, what's the worst to happen?
It's magic. A lot of bad shit can happen. People have blown up because of magic.
Well, that is true, but also the scientific method, right? I mean, you just keep trying and then you just write down your results.
Fucking wizards. What?
Rude, but I'll let it slide. We could ask someone when we arrive to a town, see if we could get more information.
He's right there.
I mean, yeah, that is also true. Why don't you ask him?
Do you want to live?
I mean, I'll still be alive in my Corverum.
Yeah, but do you want a body?
This is a crude question. Shut up. It's a crude question, but I know nothing about magic and shit. Kind of, but not like this. So, hypothetically, this dragon you're wanting us to kill, could I put your Corverum? Could I take his out and put your Corverum in him?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Well, that's why I'm asking the question.
Once a Corverum leaves a body can't receive another. The body dies and is decaying almost immediately.
Then what's the purpose of your consciousness still being inside the Corverum?
To share my knowledge with any of my brood that's birthed from me and my kind.
How do we think a Corverum tastes?
Are you suggesting you take a
No.
bite out of
I haven't had
roots?
breakfast.
He's right there.
Bro!
You would break your tooth on a Corverum. It is hard as a diamond.
I'm not that crazy. Anyway, so are we killing the green dragon or not?
Of course.
My schedule's clear.
Me getting to kill a dragon? Especially a green one? Hell yeah.
Go ahead and talk to your new friend. Go ahead and tell him we're in.
Me?
Yeah.
Pat you
Okay.
on the back.
She smacks your hand away. And I'll walk back up to the dragon. She'll like offer out her hand, but for him to shake. Got yourself a deal.
He offers a claw because you're about as big as one of his talons.
She looks at the claw longingly. Are you sure?
I mean, your whole body is about as big as it. He big boy.
Big boy.
But
I could give you a really nice manicure.
I'm sure you could, but I will pass.
You need to do something about those cuticles. Oh my.
She'll put his claw down.
They're rotting. What do you expect?
It smells like dead flesh, man.
Man, it wouldn't be the
Because it's a dead body. Now, I can only maintain control over this corpse for a little while every day, so I suggest you be on your way. Once it's done, come back, find me here in this northern valley, and I'll give you my Corverum. But be prepared to fight my decayed corpse, as it will take the form of a Draco Lich.
Of course, yeah.
The fuck is a Draco Lich?
Okay.
An undead magical dragon.
So I get to kill you? Technically again?
I suppose.
I'm in.
Can't we just tie him up?
What the fun in that? What the fun in the throw of the hunt?
Wait, why don't we just take your Corverum now and technically kill you, bring you with us?
I mean,
That way we don't have to come
does
back.
it even matter? I mean, zombies don't have hearts. Wait.
Yeah, we'll just release a Drake. We'll just release you upon this woods and we won't have to deal with it.
I would like to visit my children's graves one last time when I know my end is near.
Deal.
Yeah, okay.
Understanding the feeling of losing your
children?
family.
I had children until those that betrayed me saw them slaughtered.
Ew.
In that moment, I feel like kind of connected in that way.
Now, the deal is struck. There's no I guess, urgency in this, as I will be stuck here, slowly decaying for however long it takes for my body to wither. Which could be years still. Shoo.
Wait.
I
Oh my
feel like I
gosh.
should give him a hug.
This is the part where they have the beach episode before the main battle.
No.
We get a beach episode, right?
No.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Each episode's a little ways off because you still gotta get anywhere near there and get information and find out where exactly he is.
I guess we'll be on our way then.
Yeah,
Sleight
Your
of hand.
nearest, by the way, settlement will still be to the west. Iarna is not far.
okay. So we pack our stuff, we leave, go west, yes?
Yes.
Did you have a question?
Not yet.
Okay.
What were you beginning to say, Jackrabbit?
I want to pick his pockets.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. What's your passive perception?
That's a fucking nat 20 plus 19.
I ain't even gonna look.
Say no, nat 20 alone.
Yeah.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or just kind of see what you get?
She's just seeing what she can get.
Okay. You find a spell book. Say, roll. Hang on. Roll just a d20 and then count to that number on your items list. Him roll a d20.
Oh, my bad. I gotta get that back to the 20 and get that over there in the corner. I was not expecting a natural 20 on
A
joke.
1.
A 1.
First thing on your list, what is it?
My rapier.
You managed to slide his rapier out of its frog, which, by the way, is what it's called, without him noticing somehow.
I hide it.
How are you hiding a whole rapier?
That's what I'm wondering.
Put it in her back pocket.
I got a bag of holding.
Okay. Is it a magical rapier?
It is.
Oh shit.
It is. I'm very attuned to this thing, actually.
I look at him like, hey, bud, where's your rapier?
I'm gonna say the moment it goes in the bag of holding, you're not attuned to it anymore, and
Oh,
you realize
Oh,
this.
yeah.
No.
What? Hey guys, has anyone seen my rapier?
No.
I could have sworn I had it on me earlier.
Keep checking your item, dude.
Ah, you're right. My bad. I'm just gonna like look around the tent area, just sort of like under my sleeping bag,
Okay.
you know, my bedroll. I mean, and just, you know, under stuff.
Just for shiggles, make a investigation check.
Okay.
Cannot believe you lost your rapier, dude.
14.
You find some bugs, a couple of caterpillars. You even lift a rock and a couple roly-polies, or pill bugs as they're technically called, but you're crazy if you call them that. Just kind of like curl up and roll away.
I will say that she is outwardly giggling.
What's your
But she
passive
always does
perception?
that.
12.
Why do you sound like Shaggy?
I don't know.
Zoink school.
Like Zoinks, it's 12, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright, that's your character's new voice. It is a curse bestowed on you by the dragon. No, you
Could be worse.
do hear her giggling, which she does do often, but you also know that she quite often does it when she's pulled a trick on somebody.
My eyes are gonna dart.
Yeah?
Where is it?
I would have it. Roll deception.
Yeah, roll deception, roll insight.
Well, that's...
That's okay, I got a 4.
Can I choose to fail? Because I really don't want to take his attuned item.
But it's
I mean,
fun.
you can just reveal that, yeah, you took it.
My sword's better anyway. She shoves, like she tosses it at you. Like, sharp end first.
What would you... It is a weapon. You can't just be tossing... It's okay. I'm gonna pick it up. And,
I didn't think I'd get a fucking attuned magic item. My luck.
And then I started saying, you should have kept it.
I can't.
I almost got you. I touched his whiskers.
Because I can't, because if his character dies, I'm gonna feel responsible because
Oh,
I
that would be
played a
so
joke.
What do you mean
funny.
if?
Huh?
Huh?
Zoinks!
Whoa.
You can't sit right there and not let me pet you.
I'll get you eventually. So I did it last time, but then he scare peed on the floor.
What?
He peed on the floor.
He did.
I pet him.
Him and Ethan were
right about where
together.
Sean is sitting. Pet him, and there was just a puddle of piss underneath him afterwards.
Yeah, so
I can't wait to do it again.
we're gonna postpone leaving just a little bit so I could have a short rest.
Hell no!
Okay with
You
this?
slept too long anyway, and now we got to do it again.
Ah, yes, the consequences of my actions.
I like my
You don't
actions.
technically have to take a short rest to attune to it, but it takes as long as a short rest you need to not be doing anything else.
Of course.
So,
Oh, you can just do that while traveling.
if he wasn't walking through a forest where he needs to watch his step, yeah.
Yeah. If I was riding on like a cart and we were going down a road, sure, but walking in it.
Walking in the forest, no.
You could run on Dorian's shoulders.
Yes, can someone pick me up like a baby and carry me while I attune to my sword, please? Thank you.
God, you are pitiful.
I'm gonna say that would also not necessarily work, just because
Damn.
Dorian's not here to vouch for one way or the other. If he would.
Man, now I feel super bad.
No, it's fine. We'll just
That would be a sad.
we'll just
moment.
postpone leaving for like a little bit. It's all good.
I mean,
He said there was no rush anyway.
we gotta prep anyway.
It's still early in the morning, so while he does that, someone else could cook some breakfast.
I'll make an attempt at cooking.
I'm
If
good.
it's dip-
So
I'm
you're,
not hungry anyways.
so you're pretty much going to
What?
be warming up rations more than anything. So
Yeah.
Just dried nuts and fruits.
Also, since I'm an elf, I have to eat that.
I'm actually on a keto diet, so.
I'm gonna go find some poisonous berries. Perfect.
make a survival check for foraging.
That's an 18 plus 3.
You go off and begin hunting around for berries, and you manage to find some. You're not 100% sure if they're poisonous or not. What's your nature and proficiency?
She has no proficiency.
No proficiency, it's a
Plus 3.
+3? Okay. Without proficiency, and given your background, I would like you to roll a nature check with disadvantage.
I got a 2, so that's 5.
Cool. Yeah, you don't know if they're poisonous or not, but they're kind of a dark bluish color, and they're found on a red flower with blue thorns. Red flower, blue thorns. No, they're found just within a bush, and you see many bushes. You'd probably get like half a bushel's worth, really, if you wanted to, depending on how long you want to spend doing it. You know you have about 30-ish minutes before Imris is going to be ready to go anyway.
She'll spend about 10 minutes gathering,
Okay.
but she's not going to give these to the group.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll 4d20.
4 d20?
420.
A 13, a 4, a 1, 11. Altogether 29.
You managed to get about, we'll just call it even 30 berries. You're not sure what kind of berries they are, but they're blue.
30 mysterious blueberries.
Eat one, test it.
No, I'm not stupid.
How else are you supposed to know what it does?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a Skyrim. You eat one, you figure out what it does instantly.
I'll feed it to the dragon.
Which
Yeah,
one?
Dragon's constitution is different than humanoids.
Don't worry, I'll feed it to a random NPC later on.
The Nernroot noise still lives in my head.
But she'll give them she'll prepare some actual regular rations. It was only just a joke. But are they gonna be sure? No, because she's gonna do this while she's out.
Yeah. So you eat some rations and you attune to your rapier and you gather some berries. What are you doing in this extra 30 minutes you have?
Staring down the dragon. analyzing them, seeing if I can trust them.
Dragons, actually, when you finish talking, Dragon began walking off in a northern direction.
And I just start thinking about my past.
Okay. As you ruminate on what once was and these two do their activities, we'll skip ahead to 30 minutes as you are now freshly attuned to your rapier once again. And you have a semi-full belly plus some berries, and you have depression.
I don't see that on the list of debuffs.
And don't worry about it.
Emotional damage.
Emotion. You just have disadvantage on everything for always until you're not depressed.
I throw an apple at him when I get back.
Ow!
Then he discovers gravity.
So, now that you've done your little activities, what would you like to do?
Well, let's get the show on the road, guys. Let's go kill a dragon.
Yeah, of course. Let's just go kill a dragon. Yeah.
You get the plan for these things. Have you ever killed a dragon?
The biggest thing I killed.
What?
Oh, let's not worry about it.
Not a dragon.
No, not a dragon, but it's close to it sarcastically.
It's okay. Because I have not.
First time for everything.
I killed a roly-poly on accident earlier.
How'd that make you feel?
Not good.
Damn, we're off. We're all screwed.
It's okay. I put in
dropped
your
a rock.
rations.
You dropped a rock on you here.
It's okay. I put in your rations. Now he's gonna live inside you forever.
That's not how the digestive
Then I
system
smack him on the chest, like, in your heart, bud.
I live inside you forever. We say what?
Oh, interesting.
Where the fuck the dog go?
What the dog doing?
The dog just
God.
laying.
Dog's guarding the door.
He laying at the door. The dragon's guarding the entrance to the cave. Alright. So you all pack up camp and start making your way off to the west towards of the settlement you were told was that direction, one called Iarna. I would like everybody to roll a d6 for me. And someone roll one for Dorian as well. Actually, same.
I got a 5.
Roll this.
She's Dorian now.
5.
I got a 2.
And that was a 3. This is usually how I do travel. 1s are crit fails, 6s are crit successes, and everything in between is, kind of scaled one way or the other. So we have 2 5s, a 3, and a 2. So overall, middling, average of roughly 3 or 4. Probably closer to 4 given 2 5s. 3 and 2 together equals 5. So travel itself goes rather smoothly. There's no delays no delays expected or otherwise, and you make decent headway. Though you feel that this travel is going to take more than one day. Who would like to roll a d20?
I will.
You have it next time.
Probably for the
11.
best.
Okay.
I can say my rolls were most certainly fucking better than last time.
As you are traveling throughout the forest, you notice off to your side at some point a small group of elk. Not close, but not far either. As they seem to have stopped and are just staring at you, watching you, seeing what you're doing, because they don't know what the fuck you are.
I stare back at it in curiosity, and I carry on.
Anybody else?
Just admire, but yeah, I wouldn't do anything.
The temptation to really just kill one of these things.
Put on fake antlers and join the herd.
I don't want to be a humanoid anymore.
I'm gonna live in the wild.
Hey, polymorph.
True.
True polymorph.
I'm going to try and coax one towards me.
Give it a burger.
Berries?
the 30 berries.
Some rations. Like, what the fuck do elk like?
They're herbivores.
A carrot.
Okay. Make an animal handling check with disadvantage.
I hate my life. Well, that's a 14. No way I can get worse than that. Fuck!
What you
I
get?
can!
What you get? What you get?
7.
You like pull out a carrot and start trying to coax it forward, making like little tubbing sounds and motioning your hand for it to come forward. And it just looks at you. And you swear for half a second you think you see it shake its head no before it just runs off.
No, bye.
She slowly starts to summon one of her knives and she's like, you know what? No. It's not worth it. Something out there will probably eat it anyway.
That would have been good. Now I think about it, it would have been good food for later.
I cast a 3rd level fireball at the crowd of elk. No, please no. No.
Wait.
Cooked meat.
No.
Cooked meat.
Cooked, yeah, just auto
I
cook it.
mean,
What is this, Minecraft?
I have flame on my
about to kill a green dragon.
on my sharpness 4, looting 3
you guys-
short.
Have you guys had reptile before?
That sounds interesting. I like foods.
I mean, I've had frog, but that's an amphibian.
Let's not get into that,
Then
buddy.
you've not had reptile. That's not the answer to my fucking
I
question.
can't imagine it's too different.
Have
right?
you ever had dragon jerky?
No.
Well, I haven't either. I don't wonder what it tastes like.
I just had a dragon these nuts in my head for a second.
Oh my god.
Have you had a dragon? What? Dragon these nuts?
I will leave the elk alone and continue forward.
I mean, elk's already kind of running off in the distance anyway.
I thought that you could have called it with that fireball. You could have called the whole forest be on fire.
That's how we start forest fires.
Smokey would
Smokey would be disappointed.
That's what I'm saying. Smokey don't improve.
Smokey's now a dragon.
Yeah.
I don't. How dare you?
Bad.
Wallowing in my shame. Is this how alcoholics feel?
Yes.
Now, we carry on.
Yeah. But evening does come once again while you're still here in this godforsaken fucking forest. It is a big place, so it's going to take at least a couple of days to get where you're going. I would like whoever wants to roll a survival check to help set up camp.
Not it.
Do I feel comfortable enough with the D20 to do this?
7.
Stop.
18.
Is it 7?
It's a 12.
Was it naturally a 7?
It was a 9.
He was kind of happy, like, did I call it?
Um,
In my sight.
Alright, 12.
That's my
I mean,
health.
that's good enough to set up a pretty decent camp. It's not going to be, the Ritz or anything, because, I mean, you're out in the middle of the fucking forest. But it is a nice, homely-esque little campsite. A couple of large tarps thrown over, ropes tied between trees to make makeshift tents. Draco.
He's got to get all the crumbs. There's a little bit of cheese on there.
He's still licking the burger wrapper. I gave him a taste and now he's an addict.
I've had a taste, now I want more.
You're gonna wake up to him eating you in the middle of the night.
He headbutts me.
But so it's a better camp than I made last time. I think last time I rolled my survival was like a 2. Are you gonna help? No? Okay.
No.
Your wizard friend's just kind of nose in a book, not really doing much.
I will once again do a Leobon's tiny hut.
So once the darkness falls and you feel like it's late enough that's going to last till you actually wake up, yeah, you sit down in the middle of camp while everybody's near and begin chanting your ritual spell. And shortly thereafter, there's a little boom of a dome that pops up over you.
I'll keep watch. The last watch. since last time we ended up with a dragon in our base.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have fun with that. I'm sleeping.
Do that, bud.
I'd like to attempt to smother him in the middle of the night. I'm kidding.
Excuse me. Roll. Whoever's taking first watch, because I believe you said first. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. 30-20.
Flats at 20, got it. As you begin,
No, it's a slutty 20.
I like to call non-nat 20s as flats at 20s. And natural 20s as erect 20s.
That's good, actually.
Minutes.
Same.
But got a dirty 20.
Flats at 20, got it. As you take watch for the night, you are kind of wide awake, mind brimming with possibilities. Also wondering what your guild might be expecting of you at this point, as you've just come back to Jikran from a long stint that they hadn't really planned on you being gone for. But that's a problem for another day. As your
I
watch,
really think I'm dead.
so your watch comes in and with nothing eventful really happening. The worst being rustling of branches above. As you swear you see a squirrel or two jump from branch to branch. But other than that, your watch is quiet. Now suppose we can have Dorian take a second watch. But since he's not here, I will have nothing happen on his watch. There's a third watch.
I'll take third.
I'm about to say,
Yeah, I'll take third watch.
You ain't taking the last watch this time.
If you would like to actually take watch, roll a perception check.
What you doing?
9.
As you sit and contemplate the previous day's events, you suddenly now have a deal with a dragon. And to get a Corvair with that, something you know to be a vastly powerful magical artifact. And possibly worth tens of thousands of gold if you were to sell it, but it might be more useful as a tool, you're not really sure. Kind of depends on what you think you can do with it by the time you get it. You pay less attention to your surroundings. Again, somewhat trusting your dome. You do come to your senses every now and then, let's say, and double check, make sure there's no giant glowing eyes. And you swear in the like hazy kind of like. Have you ever like rubbed your eyes and you see like the squiggly lines type of thing?
For sure.
You kind of see that in the dome, and every now and then you swear you see just two big eyes for half a second off to the left of your sight. When you look at it, it's gone. And it's your mind just being paranoid at this point.
Man has trauma.
I bet.
But nothing eventful really happens on your watch. You just ponder the possibilities. Sarah, as you take the final watch,
13.
perception check. So I think you have a +5.
Yeah.
So
18.
yep.
Yep.
With an 18, totally the best roll of the night. You start your watch, and not even halfway in, you do see light become like beginning to creep into the forest as the morning's dewy mist slowly starts to burn away in different patches. But nothing of major interest really takes place. But at the end of your watch, you rouse your companions and gather your things and begin again on the next day's journey. Need everybody to roll another d6.
A 2.
I got a 1.
Oh, 86. I got 4.
Okay, a 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 being a critical failure.
I'll do what I can.
Travel, let's say, is slow as you begin the day. Rain begins to pour through the trees, which the trees themselves do block a good bit of it, so it's not as bad as it could be. But you only make probably about a half day's worth of progress really throughout the day, and camp that night's going to be a little uncomfortable as you're all soaked to the bone. As as rain and wind buffet you throughout the day and throughout the night. Whoever would like can try to make a survival check with disadvantage to set up a decent camp. Or you can just choose to hunker under some tarps and blankets that you may have.
I'll try. It's going to be a 6 for survival.
You begin trying to make camp, but the wind is blowing so hard that any ropes you try to tie between places are almost just ripped out of your hands. It's almost impossible to really set up anything decent. You do manage to find a fallen log that, with the way it's propped and the branches there, gives some shelter, but not much. Almost like a natural lean-to.
I will once again Leomund's tiny hut, and also I will prestidigitation to sort of warm up my clothing, sort of help with the whole drying off process.
Okay.
Do you know how long prestidigitation would take to dry you off?
A significantly long time. I just looked. Yeah.
We have time.
Yeah, but it's a lot. With the
Actually,
tiny hut.
prestidigitation can clean or soil
Instantly.
instantly.
Yeah, instantaneously actually.
It can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Yeah, would you look at that?
A cubic foot.
His robes and clothing
have
aren't
2
going
of
to be
those.
bigger than a cubic foot.
I failed math.
That's 3 feet in every direction. Or, well, 1 foot in every direction. Sorry. My brain cubed. But even then, most all your gear can technically fit, especially if you piece it out, into less than a cubic foot. It would just take multiple castings for each of you. You each probably take about 10 minutes to fully really dry, if he is willing to help everyone. But once Leomund's tiny hut boom comes up, the atmosphere within is nice and warm. The ground beneath you is suddenly kind of drier than you would expect, but it's not quite, bone dry or anything. And you no longer hear the howling of wind, though you hear the patter of rain, as if it was a light rain on the dome. After about another 40 minutes of prestidigitation constantly by the wizard, the wizard, make me just a constitution check. Nothing bad really, just see how tiresome this is.
13.
Not horrible. It is just a cantrip. I mean, it's boring, it's monotonous, but you don't mind helping your friends. Or traveling companions, depending on how you do them.
Yeah, I would absolutely help my friends after I dried myself off, of course. But one by one, I would go to each of you and, help you out.
That'd be 1 gold per cast.
Imagine when you're trying to dry me off, I'm like pretending I'm about to dump my canteen on you. She doesn't actually. But every now and then you'll look up, she's like, oh, sure be a shame.
I hand you my decanter of endless water. If you're gonna do it, at least, do it in style.
Geyser.
I just, oh thanks, I'm keeping this.
Absolutely not. Wait.
Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, it's almost like you handed it to her.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Fine, she'll once again, carelessly toss it back at you.
Frantically catch it.
It hits a rock and shatters.
No!
Wait, it's glass?
No, but it is it's a hard material that you would think would be shatterable normally if it weren't magic.
I would like to say again, I do not know what a decanter is.
I think the picture of it is basically like a drinking horn almost, or a.
Yeah, it's sort of what a decanter is.
That is, I cannot imagine that being
Yeah.
a fantasy decanter.
The decanter of endless water looks different than that. I'm kind of curious.
It is a decanter of endless water.
Oh, it does look like a horn.
Yeah.
Looks pretty neat.
I eat
Like
it.
it also did everything.
All right. So as you wind down for your hopefully final night of travel, maybe let's have. We can save time with the rolls. No, I don't really have a nighttime encounter planned for you all. So, whoever wants to take watch, you do so. Watching out into the darkness, pondering the next steps of your adventure as you wait for morning to come. And come it does. As I need everybody to once again roll a d6 just to see how the weather is.
5.
I got a 12.
With a d6,
Yeah. I got a 3.
I got a 1.
it's his fault this time.
Number 1.
No.
Hey,
She
welcome
got-
to the club.
She got 2. So we got a 5, a 3, a 2, a 1.
Oh my god.
As you wake up and look about the hut shortly before it dissipates, you can tell that the weather has not really let up. And you can almost see small brooks forming between the trees, running downhill, probably coalescing into larger runs of water elsewhere. But as you gather your things and begin your trek for the day, it is another slow day of travel, unfortunately due to the weather, as rain and wind buffet you throughout the day, hindering your sight and slowing you down. I'd like everybody to make a survival check, please.
Fuck. Got 10.
You said a D20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 3.
Plus your survival skill.
Okay.
15.
So 8.
Okay. I don't know what Dorian's survival is, so she rolled an 11. So we'll just go with an 11. What did you say you got?
10.
10, 8,
Mm-hmm.
15, and 11. Alright. Overall, not bad. Between the group, Sarah being the worst at it and not really knowing this forest himself, unfortunately. But a lot of you managed to keep your heading and generally head in a westward direction. But night falls once again. I would like everybody to make a survival check for camp, or otherwise you can hold off if you want.
10.
It bounced out of that. Do I reroll or what do you want me to do?
Reroll since it's not the intended surface. And last time I did say with disadvantage, so do with disadvantage this time as well, please.
Yeah, that's an 8.
14.
Okay.
I'm a one-trick wonder, so in 11 minutes there'll be another Lehman setting
Okay.
up.
As you all go about looking for hopefully some form of dry kindling, you manage to find a little bit, surprisingly enough. You kind of have to like rustle through some of the little bit of underbrush there is, and through the bed of pine needles that exists here. But you do manage to find on the lower end, just as a dome appears around all of you, near the bottom of this, at the base of a tree and kind of under the roots, a bit of kindling that doesn't look like it's been touched by the weather. That's enough to help you get a fire going. So you now have a nice, dryish, warmish area within the dome. The smoke does thankfully filter out and you don't cause smoke inhalation death. But, hotboxing, I guess. But night does fall and you once again settle for the night and ponder on yourselves. Is there anything that you wish to do specifically in the evenings as you rest? You don't want to taste a berry? See what it does?
You've got 20.
Try a berry, try a berry.
She's got 30.
Oh, true. You rounded it up.
It's like Russian roulette, but with
Yeah,
berries.
what's one berry? Come
It's Russian roulette with
You
berries.
could death save it. What?
on. Disadvantage.
The temptation to offer him one.
You hungry, buddy?
Starving.
I offer him a berry.
Oh. I trust her. I eat it.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Have X's for eyes.
24.
It tastes almost rotten to its core, though it looks perfectly healthy. It looks ripe. It doesn't look like it's bad at all. And for the next hour, you have resistance to necrotic energy.
Okay.
Just accept it, man.
What kind of fucking berries did you give me?
You found them in a magical valley full of necrotic energies. What were you expecting?
Yeah, those berries taste garbage. That is awful.
I might want a berry
I didn't know what kind of berry. I just found them. I didn't know what kind they were.
Yeah, but I'd say keep a hold of them. No, just hold
Honestly, I was expecting them to be poisoned.
on. Huh?
I mean, I wasn't trying to kill you. I was just trying to see if they were poisoned.
So, we offered.
Your magic, I had a feeling you'd be fine.
That how
And if
magic
not, we
works?
have Dorian is right there.
Hey guys.
Worst case scenario, he just slaps you on the back and you cough it back up.
Why am I the test subject? You can give it to anyone else.
That's something.
But you're right there, though.
To be fair, you are right here.
Ah, okay. I can't blame you for conveniency. Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't eat those though. They don't taste good. I will now, however, have to take some of your rations as payment for trying out the berry.
I'll drop my rations in the bag of holding.
Oh, wait. I thought she was going to give it to me. I shot my shot.
Do you have any food?
Yeah.
You just want to take my
So
rations.
have you just been like starving the past few days?
No, I haven't.
Are you
Yeah.
holding out on us?
I just figured I'd shoot my shot to see if I could swindle the swindler.
No, she puts like she puts her rations back in her bag of holding and she skips over to another part of the dome.
The dome's not too big. I believe it's only a 10-foot radius.
She skips over to the corner.
A corner of a circle.
Yes.
Classic. 10-foot radius, yes.
Yeah. So it's 20 feet across.
If you want, I can be a pain in the ass and just lay on him.
Use him as a stool.
You sit on your other side of the 10-foot radius sphere. Thank you.
She does the whole Lilo and Stitch sister thing. Oh no, gravity is increasing on me.
I was saying Lilo and Stitch, just, I'm not touching you.
That's what I was trying to thought.
You don't know the you rotten sister.
Yeah.
Your butt is crushing me.
Oh, I know. I remember the thing.
Alright. Well, anything else you'd like to do?
No?
I'll be sleeping.
The temptation to figure out what's going on with my guild, but I don't think I can out here.
Probably not.
Can't exactly wrangle a bird out here and make them deliver it out.
Is this the third day or fourth day?
It's the third night, so tomorrow will be your fourth day.
Okay. Subtracting the rations.
Yeah, take out 4 rations.
Okay. I looked up for a minute. I'm like, wait.
Okay. Alright. Next morning comes. I need everybody to roll a d6 again.
Oh, it's me.
Did you get a 1?
Yeah.
3.
Did you just roll one of my dice?
Absolutely not.
The die I rolled for Dorian got a 6, so it counteracts your 1, thankfully. What'd you get?
4.
4 and a 3? Okay.
There.
The weather thankfully clears for the day, and the rainstorm doth not continue. As you make decent headway throughout the day.
Thank God I wasn't the problem.
Thank God Dorian was a solution.
He ain't even here.
Nope.
Can't wait to tell Ethan how good he did this week. Alright, so what's for breakfast?
What's what?
I was asking her what's for breakfast.
Food. Hopefully.
Food.
As your next day's travel commences, you all make decent headway, and towards the end of the day, you actually just start to see a path through the forest, like an actual pathway that's been worn down by travelers, and you kind of like exit the forest side, and they're running in both directions, and you continue down the way that's more in the direction you're headed. And as you feel like it's getting closer to the end of the day, you see, not super far in the distance, because you can't see too far with it being a forest, but you do see what looks like wooden city walls up around, presumably, the city. And pretty much clear skies beyond. As you are getting close, you see a sign on the side that says, "Welcome to Iarna." As you begin approaching, there are now a decent number of individuals on the road traveling in or out of Iarna, mostly in, given the time of day. As you see multiple individuals walking and carrying what looks to be goods from hunting, or traveling with a cart that seems to be laden with mercantile goods for the city. Is there anything specific you'd like to do as you approach?
Explore, see what we can find.
Do I see anyone who looks rich?
I mean, there's merchants. They don't look ostentatiously rich. You figure the wood elves of the forest and of the city, who typically are one of the most populous race here, aren't ones for flashy, showy things.
I would, I'm gonna do a lot of Liam and Standy Huts. I need some more small crystal beads, so I'd go to any place that looks like it has some spell components of any sort, maybe. Just, in case I can't ritual cast it or anything, and I need more.
As you start making your way into the city, you do see that there are guards stopping each individual at the city gate, just kind of a routine check. And as you approach, they say, "Hello, what is your business in town today?"
We're just coming to see the wares, shop, look around.
Do you bring anything for trade?
Besides gold, nothing, really.
Friendship.
Right. Well, you'll find the mercantile district more towards the center of the city. Hope you enjoy your stay. I recommend staying the night, as it is getting closer to dusk.
Right, thank you. Do you know of any good inns or anything of the sort?
Root Mill Inn along the river is one of the best.
Okay.
How far are we from Jikran? If I pronounced that right?
You're in Jikran. Jikran is the entire continent.
I'm going to scream. Okay, retcon that. Leave me alone.
We're keeping it.
No! No!
Keep that.
Leave the blonde alone.
It's funny because you're not actually blonde at the moment.
We're getting there. We're getting back to the natural color. It's gonna take a minute. Right now,
Don't look at me.
I'm kind of a ginger at the moment. Not intentionally.
You're all fake. You're a
Well,
phony.
I also want to look at weapon shops. Let's roll on that.
As you make your way in, you just answer your question. The Root Mill Inn is one of the best.
How do I pronounce the fucking town where I'm from? Again, I'm gonna fuck it up. Just like.
I honestly don't remember which one you selected. It was the Dwarvish one, right?
Well, yeah, one with high
Okay.
crime rate.
Alright, yeah. Buguldar.
I'm gonna ask him how far I am from there. That's
Okay.
what I meant to ask.
So, in character, you ask.
How far are we from Bulgodar?
Slave City. It's by boat. You'll make much of the headway, and Yarna does rest on one of the rivers that travels most of the way there. So, by boat, probably a week's travel. By foot, double to triple that, depending on any issues.
Okay. Sorry, I was thinking about a thing I really should not do.
Think about a thingy thing.
Fair enough.
Well, my brain's like, let's pickpocket the guard, and I'm like, let's not.
We like a little chaos.
Believe it or not, the conscious can win sometimes.
Is there anything else I can answer for the lot of you travelers who seem to be?
No.
No, thank you though.
Yeah. On your way. Next.
And I'll just say underneath my breath, dick.
You don't know if he heard you or not, but you get the feeling that if he did, he probably wouldn't care.
I go forth.
Alright, you're looking for a magic implements shop.
Yes, with a little bit of a seeking of questions to see if I could find out if I could do anything with the dragon.
Corvair.
Corvarum, yeah, that.
For your notes, if anyone's taking notes, which I see no pens or paper, Corvarum is spelled C-O-R-V-E-R-U-M.
C-O-R?
V-E-R-U-M.
Of course. And real quick, we are going to what's the name of the city?
You're in, or
That he said that the green dragon that betrayed him was in.
he didn't say the city.
He didn't.
He doesn't know exactly where. Just somewhere far
South.
to the south in a forest.
Sorry, and we're in what city?
Iarna. I-A-R-N-A.
Okay.
Any other questions before we continue? Alright. My question is, you might have a spare spine.
I do,
Oh.
but you're probably not gonna like it.
I got your back.
That's fucking perfect.
He's like, opportunity awaits.
I was like, whoa,
And
keep it
you
true.
didn't tell me what I could put on mine? We have matching ones.
Oh, womp womp.
That'd be extra backup.
Back up.
I also have the background sage with the featured researcher. So if I can't really find anybody, it says that I would often know where and from whom you can obtain it.
Yeah.
Said information, of course. Yeah.
You would pick Sage.
It seemed useful.
I think Sage goes well with Wizard.
I know, I was giving him a hard time.
How dare you?
How?
Whole thing just shatters. Damn.
Just like my hopes and dreams.
Like Timmy's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a button. As you make your way into the city, as you make your way to the merchant district, I'm assuming you want to shop first before settling into an inn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. As you make your way into the merchant district, where he told you it'd be, closer to the center of the city, everybody make perception checks.
No.
Yeah, fill me a cup, peasant. Ow! You know what?
You get nothing, so you lose.
Good day. 19.
Night? Fuck you!
I got a 17 plus 2, alright? The odds were stacked against me.
So what were we doing?
Everybody was rolling a perception check.
All right.
What'd you get total?
What, didn't he roll a 1?
19.
I also got 19.
5. 5 plus what is 6? Or touched it.
Yeah.
So-
So 11.
Yeah.
11, 19, 19. Just for shiggles, we'll see what Dorian rolls. 16. Not bad.
Damn.
So, Sarah, you suck.
What do you mean?
I look so depressed.
Yeah, you have depression, remember? No. As you go into the city and begin searching around, I mean, finding the shops you're kind of looking for isn't really hard. Are you looking for anything in particular?
It's okay. I have a spell here. Cure depression.
I'm good, buddy.
Can I get that IRL?
Sadly, it says takes years to cast, and a therapist is required.
Oh, I don't have that kind of money. Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Jackrabbit, were you looking for anything?
Honestly, she's just looking for shit to spark her interest, really.
Okay. I have something in mind for you, but I'll do yours. As you're looking for a blacksmith and kind of looking around, you're noticing that there's not really a lot of smithies in this place that's made of largely wooden type things, and in a lot of sense, it seems to almost be built into the surrounding forest in a lot of ways. But as you are looking around, Dorian leans over and says, "You're looking for a smithy, right? There's one right over there." As he points over to the side, and you do in fact see what looks to be like one of the few buildings made out of stone in this place. As you... and you see the sign outside says, "Or by O'Reilly."
Auto parts?
No.
Then I say, huh? And I walk in.
Alright, sorry. Distractions aside. You see the
ADHD.
shop or really by O'Reilly.
Yeah.
As you enter, you realize that it's rather hot in here. As the air is thick and heavy with the scent of sulfur and smoke, as you walk in. Okay, I'm walking you. As you walk in and hear just the sound of hammer on metal being repeated, and then the sound of a billows of a forge just flaring.
Okay. I look around and I'm like, "Good evening. I would like to see what weapons you have around."
As you speak that, you're kind of looking around looking for someone, and you do see what looks to be an individual at a forge off in one of the corners. And you kind of say it kind of loudly, and they don't really seem to have heard you over the sound of the forge, the flames roaring with each bellows. Bellows, I don't want to say pull. Squeeze? Puff? Whatever.
And then I raise my voice a little bit, like, "Hey, buddy, I would like to look around your shop."
Oh, of course. Sorry, did not hear you there. One moment. Damn blade, and you see a couple of big hammer swings. That's fine enough for now. Tosses it into a water pit to the side, and you hear just a as it hits the water and hisses loudly. And he comes over, and as he turns, he's wiping his face, and as he pulls the rag back, you see in front of you a tall, rather broad-shouldered wood elven man, kind of an oddity amongst elves themselves to be such broad-shouldered, but
Halson?
what can I do for you?
And I look up and admire, I'm like, "Wow." And then I say, "Anyways, so I would like to look around your shop, see what kind of weapons you have to offer, and yeah."
I mean, basic standard weapons, sure. Looking for anything in particular? Blades, arrows, darts?
Got any crossbow bolts?
Crossbow, yeah, I have some. Let's see here. Where did I... Whack! And you see he leans over under the counter. You see him grab with one hand this just almost large bushel. And he sets one down. And it's a bundle of crossbow bolts. But 20 crossbow bolts would be a single gold piece.
And then I asked, "Do you have any special ones?"
I don't do any of that enchanting thing. If you want that, you'll have to go to one of the magic shops nearby.
Then I think I would like to visit a magic shop.
Alright, have a good day. He just turns around and goes back to his hammering. You, my wizard friend, as you see Dorian and Sarah splinter off to the side, you are. Oh, I guess they found a shop they're interested in. And as you turn and look, and you see a sign that says "Enchantments by Eleanor." Figure that's probably a good space to look.
Yeah, why not? I go inside.
Sure. You enter and you're immediately hit with a thick, heavy scent of perfumes and sages and spices, incenses, just kind of filling the air. As you step in, you do see that this building is bigger than you expected on the inside from what you saw outside, but it's a magic shop. It's not surprising. You see the walls kind of lined with different magical items, a few weapons, a few pieces of armor, and you see that there's also a components wall somewhere, or like on the back wall, basically. As you enter, you hear the little dingling of a door, like bell above the door, and you see a probably middle-aged wood elf woman turn and just, "Oh, my, good to see you today. How can I help you?"
Yes, I'm just coming to sort of restock on my spell components that I am in need of. Also, I had a question. Eleanor, I assume, yes?
That's my mother, actually, but sure.
Oh, I see. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Imrys.
You can call me Fela. How can I? What components are you looking for?
Just some small crystal beads and just any information about a Corvarum.
She gives you a puzzled look, like, I don't have a Corvarum here, if that's what you're asking.
Ah, okay. Well, do you know this, interesting item? Do you know, perchance, what one could do if they were to get their hands on one?
I mean, it could be used as a powerful arcane focus, for one. I don't know too much about them. I've just heard a thing or two from Elsalor when he's visited.
I'm sorry, by who?
Elsalor, the local town magistrate's wizard. Court wizard, basically. But, is there a particular question about them? Like, just what they can do?
Yeah, sure. What can be done with it? What value it might hold to other wizards or anyone who would be able to use it?
Well, I'd really have to ask Elsalor about that, but I could also just see if he's available to meet a, I assume, fellow wizard. She says, giving you a, up and down glance.
Of course, yes.
Give me a moment. I do have a sending stone for him. I'll be back momentarily.
Okay.
And beads, you said. Presumably for, I think Lehman Tiny Hut is one of the base spells for it?
Yes.
Right. And she kind of just shuffles off quickly to what appears to be a back room. You see her, walk straight towards the wall, and at first, no, that's up, and then she just walks through it, and then you're like, okay, well. Does it list a cost for the bead?
There actually isn't one.
Okay.
So I was just curious if you wanted to, unless it says a specific cost. This was sort of me trying to get a way to talk to anybody who might have information.
I would say,
unless there's an actual cost, then I would pay the gold. Sure. I assume, Chromatic Orb takes 10 gold for a thing. Yeah.
I would say, we'll say that it's the cost of a component pouch. if you wish to get a handful of beads. We'll say 5 beads, just for some simplicity's sake. It's not gonna be in that one. $25 gold. I'll call it 25 beads, and since they're simple beads.
Okay.
Or you can get as many beads as you want for a gold apiece.
Yeah, I'll take I'll just take 10.
Okay. So 10 gold, 10 beads. And you hear kind of muttering voices in the back beyond whatever veiled wall she has there. As you see her kind of re-emerge and says, Elsa would be willing to see you first thing in the morning, but unfortunately he's somewhat begun the process of retiring for the evening as mid-experimentation on something.
That's absolutely fine. Where would I be meeting him?
If you go to the northwestern end of town, you'll see a large, what once was a tree there that's been made into a tower. You can't really mistake it.
Okay.
And the beads. I found 10 that we seem to have. Be a gold apiece.
Absolutely. Just 10 gold.
She hands over a small pouch. And you look inside, there's 10. Fair, good enough for what you need it for.
Fantastic. And I look around. Is there anything of like any magical weapons or armor or anything of maybe of value that would be just in here? Something upward costly.
What's your subclass of wizard?
Blade Singer.
Okay, I thought you were, but I just want to double check.
Of course.
I mean, as you start to look around, the first thing you know is a Sarek walking through the door. So let me find... I do have something in mind for you, but let me find it. You do see a plethora of magical weapons along the wall. And you see a rapier that almost seems to have a hollow tube to it. In the middle. You see one that on the hilt has a silvered skull with glowing, like sky blue colored eyes. And you get another one that's kind of segmented into sections. You also do see a set of blue and black armor that seems to have a lot of arcane glyphs inscribed into it. That is a leather-esque looking armor.
Okay. I take note of this, but as I am currently broke, I shall leave for the day.
You do see Sarek walking in as he seems to be interested in something here potentially. Sarek, you walk in and you do see a wood elven woman who, by the way, has hair kind of pulled back into a ponytail, and you see two curls.
Hair loopies?
Not hair loopies. Not Katara. Curls dangling from her temples that hang down to her shoulders, and a set of half-moon spectacles that rests on the ridge of her nose. And she looks over, another customer, how can I help you today?
Yes, I was guided here to, because I was told y'all had some crossbow bolts of magical kind.
Well, we might have a few about. You're looking for anything in particular, like type of damage or easier to hit with?
I'm just looking at my options.
Well, I mean, there are some that help penetrate more. Some that do specific damages, like, you know, can inflict some ice damage to whatever your target is, or some fire or lightning. And we have some that can make it easier to hit targets behind an object as well.
Let's go with that one.
Okay. How many were you wanting?
Let's go with 3.
Okay, 3. My brain just short-circuited. 3 cover piercers. That will be 600 gold.
How much gold do I have currently?
I don't know, look at your character sheet.
It did not say.
Then you probably have 0 at the moment.
I'll be back for these.
Right. Well, when you have the funds in line, feel free to come back and see us.
Right.
You know what? Fancy meeting you here, sir. If you're looking for arrows, we could ask around and maybe see what could be useful against, I believe it was a green dragon that we're after, right?
Of course.
I sort of say this quietly, of course.
Of course. We should do that then.
Yes.
And I just look depressed over at the arrow like I ruined one of those arrows.
You see,
You tell a certain rogue in the party.
Fela kind of peeks over and says, just so you know, I do have enchantments to hear anything in the store because I don't trust people. But you'll be just looking for arrows of dragon slaying at that point.
I see. Do you... Crazy question.
No, I
of
don't
course.
have any.
Fair enough. Do you know... Have you seen a green dragon?
Or heard any rumors about where one is around here, or?
Around here, no, but, I mean, through the mercantile trades, we do see, we do get some rumors hither and thither about. There was some village far to the south that was sacked not long ago by a green dragon and its followers, but I can't say where exactly. Far to the south in the woodlands there, somewhere around the southern Fangmist Mountains.
Okay. Do you know who would have any arrows of dragon slaying by chance?
Well, there's not admittedly a lot of dragons anymore,
Well, of course, yes.
so there's not really a big need for them, so it's kind of a niche market. Around here, I have no idea, and I don't do much trade with other enchanters. I make my own things. So, unfortunately, I can't say that I know, but I could make them for you if you had the money. Half payment up front, of course, half upon delivery.
What would be the price for these?
Let me check as she goes and begins rummaging about one of her books.
I'm scared of this price.
Only about...
You should be.
I'm very.
Anything of dragon slaying is usually pretty expensive.
I was about to say, yeah, man. Like,
I'd say about
an arm and a leg, maybe a heart.
250 gold per bundle. I don't know.
By
Per
the time
bundle?
I might be
by
wrong.
the time we sell a dead dragon corpse, that's how much it'll cost.
One starts the cost at 5,000 gold.
That sounds about right.
And of course, depending on what type of beast, because I mean, there's just arrows of slaying, which is a generality enchantment, but you have to narrow it down to a particular beast. Once you narrow it down to a creature in particular, then the cost really sets in.
A green dragon? How much?
Well, it'd be for dragons in general. I'm just saying there could be arrows of displacer beast slaying or arrows of aberrant slaying. But to say for dragons, it is one of the more costly ones.
It was a good idea.
It
was a good idea.
Best shot. And I'll say we'll come back for these.
I'll split off to do your own things, Jack, as you're also with the group and you see Sarag and Dorian go off to the blacksmith initially, and Immerse go off to the enchanters. You yourself notice something in one of the windows of one of the shops. A symbol that you recognize from your guild. It looks like almost roots penetrating to the ground. To the normal eye, it would seem as if it was a crack in the window and the window needs repaired, but you recognize this. It's a normal tell, a normal mark. For you, it symbolizes this is a safe house, as long as you know the passphrase or something of the kind to detail that you are a member and should be treated with hospitality.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Would I would know the path. I would know a passphrase.
You would.
I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah. Word stuff things.
Word some things.
Word stuff things.
It's more sticker than laptop. No, Judas. I brought you myrrh.
Murder.
Judas, no. I actually sell myrrh religious oil at the canteen where I work at. But instead of religion, they meant to use it as cologne. I brought you frankincense. Thank you. I brought you myrrh. Thank you. Murder. Judas, no.
There you go. As you approach the shop, you do see a sign above it that says Flowers and Fauna. And it does appear to be a kind of garden-esque type of shop. And as you enter, you see what seems to be an oddity almost, but a rather tall, muscular, half-orc man standing behind a counter with a gardener's apron and gloves on, as he seems to be going through ledgers at the moment. But as you walk in, he says, "Good morning," or well, I guess it's evening at this point, isn't it? Time goes by quickly. Is there anything I can particularly help you with today?
We do need lodging.
I mean, I thought we were told about an inn. That would be rather nice.
We were. Trying to think of how I would ask. Brain not brain.
Well, that's normal.
Huh?
I said that's normal. I mean, it is for me too.
Fair enough. I know. You do have a nice shop. My friends and I are needing lodging.
Lodging, I can see where that would be a need after being on the road for some time. The weather's been rather harsh, hasn't it? Then again, the roses grow strong even in the harshest times.
And harshest weathers allow only the strongest stems to flourish.
Kind of gives you a look and... Alright, well, what are you here for then? You need a place to stay for the evening?
Someplace safe.
Huh?
And of people who have no gold.
Right, well... How many are you then?
Just 4, including myself.
Are the others members of the floor here?
They are shopping, but we are supposed to meet back up.
Are they part of the guild?
No. but I do trust them.
Best I can offer you is a few gold pieces for you as I find lodging. You can stay. Best I can offer you is a few gold pieces to find lodging. I can't very well have outsiders staying in a guild-sanctioned safe house. That fair?
That sounds fair. Did we ever come up with a name for my mentor?
I'll hand you 10 gold pieces. Should be enough for you to find lodging somewhere. Something to get you the best, but it'll get you something. And some food and some supplies for the road. I'm sure you're traveling.
This is probably an odd question, but do you know anything about a green dragon in these parts, or where if you've seen one?
I haven't seen one. I stay here at the safe house in Man. It's been my post for a few months now. Now, what you looking for is for information, I take it, for some bounty or something or another.
Yes.
Is it a job from the guild?
No.
You have an outside job you need information on. Check with your superior when you get the chance, and hopefully he'll be able to get you something. But until then, I can't really do much.
It might be a bit before I see my superior. That they're back in Bulgadar.
Bulgadar?
I said Bulgadar.
Would that be the case? I suppose you'll just have to wait till you can talk to him. I can offer hospitality. I can't offer answers for everything.
I know.
Right. Here you go. There's a few extra more than 10 gold. He slides a bag over. If you look in, there's about 15. Should help you get some sort of message to him if you need to, but outside of that, can't really do much. But again, if you want to stay here, feel free to. Your friends, on the other hand, can't have them.
She's gonna pick up the bag. I guess if I come back, all I'll have to do is just walk back in or knock.
I remember faces. I know you.
She's gonna kind of like give a slight wave, and she's gonna walk out the door.
As you head back out, you do see your friends a little ways down the road, exiting what looks to be the enchanter's shop.
She's gonna like skip over to him.
Okay. The two of you exit the shop, and you see Jackrabbit skipping over. Well, I guess 3 of you, Dorian's with you, skipping over to you.
So, how was your time exploring?
I found housing for me and fundings for yours.
Ooh.
She'll pass the bag over. Try not to spend all of it. It's only 15.
Spend all of it?
I said try not to spend all of it.
Let's go spend all of it.
Yeah.
How was your guys' time? Did you guys get what you needed?
Well, we got halfway there. We seen what we wanted.
I have a meeting with a man in the morning to learn a little bit more information.
The person I could get information from, I actually need... How much of that gold would I need to get a message out?
Probably just a couple of gold to send. It would be like just mailing a letter, basically. It's like a gold.
She's like, I actually need... She's gonna reach into the bag that she'd handed to you, like, take out a gold piece. I actually need one of these. You know what, she
How dare you?
I mean, take it all if you must. Did I just say?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
If I mean, yeah, however much you need.
she's
We'll
like,
graciously give you our gold. Don't worry.
you have it because of me.
But then you take it back. It's like
I'm just
giving
taking 2 gold pieces.
It's like giving a gift and taking it back. But okay.
She's never giving us anything again.
I figured that. I appreciate the hospitality.
Like, you just see her grip on the bag, kind of like white knuckle tightening around it. She lets it go.
But okay.
It's just to send a letter.
Oh, then have at it.
We just got.
We just got a letter. We just got one.
So you're sending a letter, huh?
Yes. What did you guys need? What did you mean you got halfway there?
Well, there were some pretty looking arrows that I wanted, but we didn't have the funding for. And I just reached for my pockets, showing that I'm broke.
What kind of arrows?
Okay, first, now be aware, inside the shop, she can hear everything that is said. So we are unaware of what else there could be, defensive-wise to prevent from stealing. So I, for one, would disagree with this plan.
No. Let's let her decide. She's a grown woman. Let her decide.
I can scout the store at the least.
Fair enough.
But I would like for you to get some arrows and gather anything you think we would need for our adventure. Any weapons, anything fascinating. You got a good eye. Not give her a thumbs up like, you got this.
I'll see. I make no promises because the last thing we need is to get kicked. I mean, I'll be safe. The last thing we need is to get kicked out when we just got here. But I'll go check the store out, and I'm gonna go walk into the enchantment store.
Oh my gosh, we're about to have a Ocean's 11 montage.
Oh, sure.
What the hell is an Ocean's 11?
That's what I'm saying.
What?
It's a movie.
It's
Oh.
It's a high,
They're both they're both brotherly bonding. We're all over here like, what's that?
it's a heist movie.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
If it's not a horror movie, I'm not seeing it. Or a Disney movie.
there were two very big contrast comparisons.
Hey,
But
everyone has you have two wolves in you. One that drinks smug root beer, and the other one that also drinks smug root beer.
No, I don't like root beer.
Neither do I.
you like cream soda?
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
No. I'm about to say, don't get into that.
Oh no.
Anyway, I walk into the enchantment store.
Okay. As you walk in, you see the same widow woman that you used to have seen, plus someone that looks basically just like her but much older. As they both turn and just, oh, hello, how do you? I'll let you handle the new customer, dear. I'm going to go ahead and start closing things up. As you see the older woman just kind of go off towards the back wall and once again meld into it, which is new for you, but you're just okay. As
I mean, I can
the younger
teleport
one,
by throwing a knife somewhere, so I don't think she's too surprised.
no, but it's also not often you see someone just walk through a wall.
Walk through
Yeah.
a wall.
As you turn and or as she turns and looks at you, the younger one, she says, "Is there anything I can help you with?"
I'm just looking around for now. Not quite sure what I need.
Okay, well, if you need anything, just feel free to ask. I'll be over at the counter.
I would like to look around the store, look for any enchantments that could possibly get someone caught if they're stealing.
Sure. Make a.
Are you trying to decide between Arcana or Investigation?
Yeah. I would say Arcana specifically.
Fuck. That is a 7.
Okay.
Not being particularly attuned to magic, like it's not your main shtick. Yeah, you have a few magical things you can do, but you're not really a spellcaster per se. You begin looking around, looking for hints of runic glyphs or hidden enchantments, and you're not really picking anything up that you can notice. It's either that you yourself just can't really perceive them at the moment, or there's so much magic here it's just clouding your vision as far as picking out individualities amongst them.
You do notice a security camera in the corner of the store, though.
a security rock.
Security rock. Give it a test drive. Just start with something. Is there anything like small to fit in my hand?
Don't you have a bag of holding?
I do have a bag of holding, but the thing is, can it sense me picking it up?
Oh, okay.
Say anything small that's in that's at a spot you'd be able to reach is within a case. Say along the walls you do see weapons that are hung and armors that are hung, but those are kind of like up as display pieces almost, where you'd have to get a ladder or step stool to reach them to get them down. What's at hip slash like, you know, normal hip slash chest level, depending on where you're looking. Just about everything is within a display case of some sort. Make a, well, odds or evens.
Odds.
Unfortunately, you're not able to see anything that's just out in the open for grabsies.
Yeah, well, I was gonna run like a little test. And who has not accidentally walked out of a store with something, then gone back in and gave it back? I know I've went to a crystal shop, was holding stuff in my hand, was walking around, forgot I was holding it, realized I was holding it, and had to go back and give it back. I was gonna deception that shit, like, oh shit, I'm so sorry.
Can't say I've ever done that.
Yeah.
As a person who gets distracted by things, will like get on her phone for a bit, I can say I've absolutely walked out with shit in my hand. Or I've accidentally put shit in my pocket. Do I see the crossbow bolts that he was talking about? Probably not like the dragon slaying ones, but the crossbow bolts.
Well, dragon slaying ones,
Yeah, she'd have to make them.
yeah, she has to make them. And she never really brought out crossbow bolts for them. They were just kind of discussing what possibilities there were. If you want to make a perception check just to see if you see them around.
9.
So you do see a weapons case that does seem to have various ammos in them,
It's behind a case.
but it's in a case.
Now, something I could do. Shitty though. There's definitely no way that we'd be able to fucking stay.
Oh, murder.
Yeah! Oh.
My bad. I misread.
Could have her get something out of the case, sleight of hand swipe it, and then use, like, put it in my bag of holding, use my ability where I throw one of my daggers in a non-occupied space and teleport out. But then there'd be a wanted poster with my face on it. Do I really want to risk that though?
Man, where's Brad Pitt when you need him?
I'm sorry. Could ask her to go into the back for something and put my immovable rod in front of the door. No, I'm just... What kind of armor does she have?
Like around the store. There's different things. There's some that are heavier armor, some that are light armor. It's kind of mismatched hodgepodge of things.
I thought you meant what kind of armor does she have on? I was like, oh
That's
no.
why I asked if she meant around the store.
Yeah, I'm not crazy.
Just throw a
Anything to help
dagger.
with stealth. Even-
I mean, you do see mithril plate armor.
And I have advantage in a plus 14. I'm going to wave the lady good day. I'm gonna walk up. I'm going to approach them. I'm like, no, there's no fucking way. Everything's behind a case. So, I mean, I could do something really. I mean, I could, and I honestly don't mind to, but we don't know how long we're going to be here. And
How about before we leave?
yeah, but what happens if we had to come here again?
Oh, damn.
I'd have to disguise myself.
Yeah, again. Yeah.
Well, what if you disguise yourself when you enter next time?
Clarify.
Okay, what if you go in a disguise, like, tomorrow? And then if you were to try to steal something, then it wouldn't be your normal appearance.
I like where he's. Let this man cook. Let this man cook.
He's burning it. He's actually not. He's got a point, but I don't have a disguise kit, is the thing. At least I don't think I do. Man, I actually thought I had a disguise kit for a minute. But, you guys have the gold if you guys want lodging. I will plot on this, or, you know,
Okay.
we just hopefully come across bolts of dragon slaying.
I think we're gonna need a team. I know a couple guys.
Couple.
Give me some time to get everyone together.
No.
We're still 3 crossbow bolts tops.
I mean, I have a team, but you guys aren't.
On what?
Never mind. And she just starts walking away.
To lodging, I believe. Me personally.
Is there a post office to mail out a letter?
Make a investigation check. See if you can find one.
Oh, thank God.
Does UPS run on just Sundays?
15.
Yes, but it's closed already because it is getting into the dusk times.
I will break into this fucking place.
Oh, you're breaking into this, but you want still
Oh,
arrows.
okay.
Oh, wow.
Hey, and you
It's
got.
fine. It gives me time to write said letter.
So you don't have one written yet.
Well, I can sit in the fucking lobby and write it. No. I will head. I will head back to the safe house. Take
You head back to the safe house, and as you enter, the same half-orc is there who sees you. And he's kind of messing with the plant at the moment, checking its leaves, and seems to be pruning it a bit. As he
you,
kind of
you missed a leaf.
he looks over and still says, "Yes, and lots of plants need pruning, but even roses, though the roses grow strong even in the harshest of times."
In harshest weathers, allow only the strongest stems to flourish.
Just still have to make sure magic disguises exist, you know.
Oh, I know. Unfortunately, I don't have one.
Regardless, follow me.
I will follow the big man.
As you see him kind of go back to, behind the counter, he holds the door open for you to pass him to go back further into the building.
This is where I get killed.
As he shuts the door and you hear a lock behind you, he stabs you in the back.
Ow! I hit my tooth!
Well, don't do that.
It wasn't intentional.
Then why'd you do it? But he walks into the back room. As you see him walk over and just kind of push onto a piece of what looks to be bark, as this is built against a tree. As he does, you hear the sound of a faint click as part of the wall just shifts out and slides over. And you hear very faintly the sound of voices from further within. He says, "Going back. There's others back there right now resting. I'm sure you'll be welcome with them."
Thank you. And I'm gonna walk on in.
As you walk on in, the door does slide shut behind you. As you walk in, it's a small hallway. It goes forward, and there's a like right angle left turn, just immediate. And as you walk in, it kind of opens up into a broad area with a couple steps down. And you see 3 or 4 tables along the back wall, a small bar off to the other side, and you can smell what smells like food cooking somewhere in a backroom kitchen. What's your passive perception?
13.
You do see a couple of individuals. One looks like a black tabaxi, kind of black fur all over, almost looks panther-esque. You also see what looks to be a broad-shouldered minotaur conversing with the tabaxi. Kind of like yin and yang opposites almost. The Tabaxi being very small and life-looking, while the Minotaur is tall, broad-shouldered, and kind of big. And as you step in, the two of them look up and give you just a kind of nod of acknowledgement that, hey, you exist, and then go back to the conversation. The Minotaur kind of has one eye on you as he's talking, so not an uncommon thing in this line of work. Back behind the bar counter, words, you do see a half-elven individual. Not really sure, man or woman, but they seem to just kind of be looking at you while they're cleaning a glass, kind of expect, like, waiting to see if you come to the bar, go over to sit, go for one of the bedrooms, which you see a hallway off to the side, and you take it that's probably where bedrooms are to rest.
She's gonna head off towards one of the bedrooms. Note that the only gold that she has is what is to mail a letter.
Okay. There seems to be 4 rooms in this hallway, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and 1 at the back, back into the hall, so 5 rooms total. Which one do you take?
The one at the end of the hallway.
As you enter in the room, it's modest. Small nightstand and a bed and a bowl, like a basin and a what looks to be like an empty pitcher at the moment. But you figure you can get water from the bar if you wish to wash your face or anything.
She'll pick up the bowl and she'll head up to fill it up with water.
The pitcher.
Yes. Shut up. Don't you fucking laugh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not here.
You walk out with the pitcher, and the barkeep kind of gives a nod of acknowledgement and says, "Take it you'll be staying the night then." So he sets the glass he was polishing down and picks up the empty pitcher.
So far, just tonight, that I know of.
Alright, well, I'll get you some water. Be right back. So he turns around and goes back into what you presume to be the kitchen. And within a minute or so, he returns with a pitcher of what, as you pick it up, it seems to be warm water. Not hot, but warm.
I will take it. Has anyone else checked in the night?
There's been a few, but pretty much everybody's taken a room at this point.
This is a weird question. Have you seen any green dragons?
Not around here, no.
Any far off? It was east? South. Any far off south in the woods, particularly?
I don't go that way. I don't know. Haven't heard anything. Gil doesn't have a contract for one or anything.
Figured I'd ask. I'm just gonna pick up the pitcher. Have a good night. She's gonna turn and go back to her room.
So you go back to the room, you shut the door and lock it, and you hear a voice from within the room. You always were predictable, taking the most direct route.
I'm gonna turn around and fucking alright. Man, would she drop the pitcher?
I don't know, would she?
No, she's gonna quickly put it down and kind of like summon her sonic blades, turning around.
You turn around, you don't see someone immediately, and you hear the voice, "Kid, up here, you know I don't just stand in the middle of the room." So you look up and you see a man wearing almost a gesture-like mask, sitting in the rafters. And that's where we're going to end tonight. So, we'll be back roughly in 2 weeks. We try to do every 2 weeks. This time was 3. Sorry.
We're good.
Life be life sometimes. But hopefully next time Ethan can join us and we'll have Dorian with us. But until then, like I said at the beginning, feel free to check out Crit Day Chaos on Twitch. Check out previous episodes. And come back and see us. We'd love to have you as our lovely listeners for Questing Out Loud. See you next time.